Working with Miss Jackie Williams over the last 7 or 8 years now, straight, like 7 years. In this, my speech, I actually have Betty up here. Betty Dorr works with us. She's our special ed aide. I have her up here because, like, a month and a half ago, Jackie just threw out this reference. She goes, you know, my family, you know, they have some ties to the mafia. So she's going to kind of protect me a little bit. This speech is entitled, Working with Mary Jacqueline Williams, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Since you're such a great fan of Rick Romelli, we're all about this. I'm going to allow you to choose which one you want first. Do you want the good, the bad, or the ugly?
Leave the good for last.
That's exactly what I was thinking, but I wasn't going to give you the choice because I really haven't had to get a word in yet over the last 7 years. Anything in the classroom.
He did promise May 1st that he was going to have full control.
All right, the bad. I'm working with Miss Jackie Williams. 50% of what I know about code teaching with somebody else comes from Jackie Williams. The other 50% comes from a book I got off of Amazon.com. It's called Toxic Coworkers. With dysfunctional people on the job. I highly recommend it. Mine has like post-its all through it with notes. More than welcome to have it. But actually working with Jackie is really not that bad. Because every year you can look forward to a yearly sabbatical. The first year, I think, what was it? It was her first year. I think it was kind of legit. I think it was her knee. The second year, it was her hip. The third year was like her little toe. She got like one. The retirement thing has been building for a long time. The fourth year, the fifth year was a bunion. It's actually a miracle the woman can still walk. The other thing about Jackie, the other bad thing about Jackie is when you work with Jackie, the woman, you ever heard the expression, you lose your head and it wasn't attached to your body? The woman loses everything. I'm not the organizer person either. The bad thing is she blames everybody else for taking it. Just today she was only about to carry. The other bad thing about working with Jackie Williams about this is one of the first years we talked about. We had 30 really rough and tumble kids. It was rough and tumble for 7 Rivers Week. And I was a relatively new teacher, and I was younger at the time, and I would do certain things with the kids, like I would say, I'm going to push your hairline back. Or I would come in, they would start in like this, and I would go. The best thing is Jackie tried to pick up on this thing. You can imagine a 50-year-old woman with a limp, with a leg so bucked up. I'm going to push your hairline back and be like, I'm going to just sit down. I forget what I was Alright, the ugly.
That wasn't the ugly? What was that?
The ugly. 2 words. Her spelling. Phenomenal teacher, but she's a bad speller. How bad? We're talking about like words like because. Now she would be up on the overhead, and sometimes she would give me this look because I'd be in the back, kind of monitoring things, going like this. And she would look up at me, and she would be spelling something on the overhead, and she'd just kind of give me the eye like. You know that's true. I mean, You have to remember though, this is a 6th grade special ed class. And even those kids were catching her crying. Okay? The other ugly. Her room decoration.
There's that.
I think most people in here have that person in your neighborhood who has like a really has a yard with the garden gnomes and like the mirrored ball and like the concrete deer over in the side. Well, Jackie's classroom is kind of like that. Crap hanging from the ceiling. 2 huge shelves with like a. Forget about like worrying about mixing in Christianity into the public school setting. She would have a nativity scene. I don't even know where you buy some of this. During Halloween, this would be hanging from the teachers. And it's a great thing they hired me on 6'6", because I'm the one that got to hang all this stuff.
Great use of a cookie.
Yeah, really effective use of a cookie. That goes right in there with the one teach, one row, the different models of cookies. One hang thing from the ceiling. But speaking of those decorations, I will never forget this year. Every year in a public school, a fire marshal comes around looking for fire hazards. And this year, we actually had the station guy that came in, he looked for fire hazards, and when he walked into Jackie's room upstairs, his eyes like bugged out of his head. He wasn't just looking for. He wasn't just looking for things that could catch on fire. He was looking for what could not. I mean. Yeah, I think that's pretty flaming. He could not wait to get out of there because he thought it was such a, like a fire death trap. He ran up to it. All right, that's enough for roasting Jackie. I think we got our licks in. Is there anything you want to add?
I think we covered it all pretty well.
What about the good?
What about the what? This is good. It's good. It's this little part right here. I had to really edit these down. No, I didn't share this good. I just want to see if anyone had any more. Get any more shots in.
I have a little thing.
There you go.
I have one little thing. I don't know if it's unique to
Turn
me.
on the menu.
This is Jackie. Look at me. Look at me. Focus. Now, I want you to listen to what I'm saying. Are you listening? Okay. Now, here's what I'm saying. That is so cute.
Never did that to me. Now, seriously, the good on that is, I mean, I couldn't fill up enough, the walls in this room with enough writing to cover all the good stuff. Obviously, over the last 7, 8 years that we've talked together, Jackie learned to, I mean, she's the only person crazy enough to ever volunteer to teach code class every year.
And sometimes twice.
And sometimes twice.
In one day.
In one day. But, I mean, the best thing about her is, I mean, the last, you can tell, I mean, the last that Betty and I and her had over the last 8 years, I mean, just immeasurable. Every day. Going into work and working with somebody like that you have such a connection with, and to be able to laugh about kids and each other. Well, we laugh about you the most. But being able to do that is just unbelievable. I mean, I've never met anybody that's so willing. It doesn't matter. Give her, you're rich, you're poor, you're smart, anybody. She will educate anybody, and she will do it to her fullest ability. Never make any excuses about it. She'll take those kids in, and she will teach them. So, I don't know what else to say.